Hello, my name is Joe Gooch and I want to tell you one of those actor stories. What do I mean by that? Well, if you've been in the acting profession for a while like I have, you'll know it's a hard slog. There's a lot of rejection, you're constantly looking for work, constantly applying for work, hoping to get an audition and then hoping to get the job once you get the audition. So yeah, it's a hard slog. But sometimes you hear one of those actor stories, and they can be stories like you could be watching a famous actor being interviewed on TV or reading an interview with them in a magazine, and you'll hear a story like this. Oh, I didn't even want to be an actor in particular. I just went along with a friend who was acting, and they were going to an audition. I just wanted to keep them company, and I ended up auditioning and I got the job, and now I'm a famous movie star. Or Tim Roth had one where, and I liked him, he's a great actor, of course. His one was, I just popped into a theatre to see if I could borrow a bicycle pump. Ended up working for Alan Clark, the great Alan Clark. So yeah, you do hear these stories of, which can be quite frustrating when you're slogging away, and and you hear these stories from actors who have made it, have had amazing careers, who you respect, and they've had an opportunity handed to them. Obviously they've worked hard after that, but it's just that opportunity, isn't it? And you think, oh. So I want to tell you my version of one of those actor stories, but mine's the flip side. It must have been in the early 2000s. I got an actor's pack together with a CV, a photograph and a video show reel, and I was taking them around production companies in London because it's always important to be proactive. You can't just wait for calls. You got to get out there and do what you can and try and find new ways to try and promote yourself and get your foot in the door, basically. So I'd put this pack together with photo, CV and video, and I was taking it around production companies in London, and I went to RSA, Ridley Scott Associates, and at the time Tony Scott, bless him, he was still alive and he was based there as well as Ridley Scott. So I was there, in this, RSA, it's like, wow, blimey, here I am in their production facility, and it was like, wow, blimey. So a little bit nervous, but I was just there handing in some CVs and my pack, but I thought, as they're both based there, I would put one for each, for one for Ridley and one for Tony, and I'd write a nice handwritten note to go with each. So I sat down, I got a piece of paper from the reception, and I was sitting there writing my note, and a lady approached me, and she said, "Oh, are you here for the audition?" And I said, "No." I know. She caught me unawares. It was out of the blue, but I've always thought, what if I'd have said yes? What if I'd have said yes? Would that turn out to be my one of those actor stories? I was just going to production companies handing out my CVs and photos, and someone approached me and said, "Oh, are you here for the audition?" I said yes, and I got the job. The rest is history. Here I am in my penthouse. Lovely. But no, it didn't quite work out that way. So, of course, I could have said, "Oh yeah, I'm here for the audition." Gone up there, I made a fool of myself because, one, I didn't know what I was auditioning for, and I didn't know what I would have had to have done, or, that's what I tell myself anyway, to try and take the sting out of it. But, yeah, so I said no, and there you go. So, since then, I've just carried on doing what we all do, applying for work, having auditions when I'm lucky enough to get them. But I'm not complaining. I've had, good jobs. I've had some really good adverts in the past, and TV bits, corporate work, voiceovers, presenting work. I had a bit of everything. I'm a singer as well. I'm a composer. You've got to be, you've got to have many strings to your bow in this business. But yeah, I think it's important to keep proactive, as I say, and I'm always making my own videos, like video audition clips. So I've made a video to hopefully one day get a part in Star Wars.
The resistance has fallen. Luke Skywalker is dead, and when he died, pleading for his life, any hope of a future for the Jedi died with him.
I've made a video to hopefully get a part in Doctor Who.
Gallifrey rises, and I know where. Come with me, Doctor, and I'll take you there.
And I made a video to hopefully either get a part in Twin Peaks or any other future David Lynch production. This is my audition. So there we are. You do what you can do, don't you? You know, be proactive. But I suppose if there's a moral of this tale, it's always be ready. You know, opportunity can knock at any time. And like I say, if I'd said yes, that I was there for the audition, who knows where that would have led me, you know? Who knows? But there you go. That's life. That's the actor's life, isn't it? So always be ready. Opportunity can knock at any time. Well, there you go. I thought I'd share that story with you, and hopefully, if anything, it'll make you feel better about yourself, about your own careers and your and your own troubles. But there you go. So yeah, I'll keep plugging away. I'll put the full versions of those videos in the description if you want to check them out. But yeah, that's it, and good luck to you.